Hey everybody, welcome back for another World of Warships ranked battle. Today with my Tier 7 Japanese destroyer, the Akatsuki. So, this was a couple battles after last week's Ranger battle. I don't remember exactly how many. But I had been going back and forth, gaining a star, losing a star, gaining a star, losing a star, etc. And before this battle, I was at rank 15 with 1 star again. But it wasn't immediately following the Ranger. There had been a couple battles in between. So, kind of riding alongside my Tier 7 counterpart from the other half of the Japanese destroyer line, the Shiratsuyu. I don't have it yet, so I hadn't really seen one, so I was trying to get a look at how many guns, how many torpedoes it had, to see how different it was from the Akatsuki. So our team has started out heading for B, and the other team has conveniently gone for A, so that's always a good start to a ranked battle. At least if you're trying to get a little bit of score for capturing, and maybe be able to sneak in from the side rather than going head-on at them with a destroyer. It's not so bad if you're going to the same spot if you're in a destroyer, but if you are in the ARP line, the Miyoko class of cruisers, it's not great because you get spotted pretty far out, and you generally tend to get focus fired. Either that, or you sit back too far to let the enemy take the point, so you don't get focus fired. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation unless you can get in and start shooting at them when somebody else has all their attention. I didn't quite have the gun range to start firing at the Miyoko or the Gneisenau. So for now, just gonna hang out in the capture point, get it captured, and then see if I can't run in and make some torpedo gun runs on the enemy capital ships, and maybe drop some smoke for my team if they get up close enough. I have to say the new ship fade in, fade out is interesting. I like that there's a very, very, very short duration fade rather than just they just instantaneously disappear or come back. So quite a few enemies in the smoke right here, and they seem to be basically really stable, stationary rather, and firing at my team. So as they are just outside my detection range, I'm going to fire some torpedoes in on them and lay some smoke down to turn around and get back behind. All the while trying to keep an eye on that Gneisenau over there because he's obviously a bit of a problem. Torpedoes are getting close to the target. Let's see if they all still just sat there in their smoke and kept firing at our team. And it turns out that yes, a couple of them did just sit there and not move. As I got 4 out of 9 torpedo hits and 4 floods with those torpedo hits. Pretty darn good. Get spotted by the Flint pretty quickly and start taking some damage, but you can see the Miyoko back there and behind him. I did some pretty good damage with my torpedoes to him. And the Belfast. That's definitely who took my torpedoes. And the Flint most certainly has radar because that's the way he was able to see me and immediately home in and start firing at me and the Mayhan here in the smoke that I dropped.
Our team has taken the lead.
Quite a lot of damage done with those 4 torpedo hits. And there's the Belfast finished off that I put quite a hurting on. Now the Flint is heading back in to their smoke point there, so I'm going to put some more torpedoes leading him, and the Gneisenau is also coming in basically the same spot, so I may not get either one of them, but I've got a pretty good chance of crossing on that at least one of them is going to roll in. And of course, I'm not going to get the Flint since he was ultimately completely destroyed before my torpedoes would have ever gotten close. But I'm going to start putting some HE rounds in on that Gneisenau to start the fires going. Or at least peck away at him with some damage. May not be doing a lot of damage to him, but it's at least going to give him something to think about. And my torpedoes are most definitely in on target. Well, at least the last one was. So a 5th hit and a 5th flood and a high caliber already. Just from 5 torpedo hits. And, well, okay, 10 gun hits, but at least 4 of the gun hits didn't actually do anything. They just broke against his armor. The enemy team has been knocked down pretty quickly in this battle. This battle did not take very long. Went very well for us. The Atlanta finishes off the Gneisenau, and now all that's left is an enemy destroyer. We know roughly where he is. We can see his last point on the map is inside this capture point, so certainly he's not there anymore, but we're pretty sure he's pretty far north. And you can see his gunfire coming from, and there he is. So he's spotted, he's well outside of their capture point, he's running away as... Really, that's probably the smartest thing he could have done, was run away. Spot him for the team just in case somehow they can't see him, although they should all be able to see him because he fired and revealed himself to somebody. He does finish off our Atlanta, who was pretty low health. So the Sims wasn't totally done. He wasn't totally done fighting, although he's going to go hide in his smoke there and set up an ambush, which of course is the smartest thing he possibly could do, except that's not actually what he does. He drops his smoke, runs away behind it, and then steams as far and as fast northeast as he can get.
Our victory is in sight.
And like BBWLTD there says, if he kills all the rest of us that are left, 5 ships that are left, we deserve to lose, and I've got to agree with him. We deserve to lose if we chase down a Sims and he kills all 5 of us. Well, all 6 it would be, because he has the only kill on their team. So I'm going to steam in and try to catch up to him while putting some torpedoes into the smoke, just in case he did sit in his smoke and set up an ambush. Which I was pretty sure he didn't, but yeah, you never really know. With no torpedoes coming out of the smoke, that means he probably kept on going, but he could just be really, really patient. At the time, I didn't think that's what he did. I fired the torpedoes into the smoke just in case, and also to chase him out of there. He's got to react to them if they come near him, so... Now, based on his last known heading there on the mini-map, I wasn't sure if he was going to be heading up to the northwest or not, and maybe going into the corner to hide. But it made more sense for him to be...
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Smoke screen set.
Made a lot more sense for him to be heading off in between the 2 islands there, and then the torpedoes really just confirmed it, so... He's certainly up there somewhere, and that's the direction I'm going to start heading. Along with my fellow destroyer and the Mayhan over there, Craudacity is heading around the other side of the island. And we're almost certainly going to... One of us is going to encounter him before too much longer. The battle's basically over at this point. It's just a matter of... Can we catch up to him, and can we put him on the bottom to finish the battle off before the tickets finish off? Ultimately, 2 destroyers and a tail chase against another destroyer, we're not going to get to him. The Mayhan's close enough to start doing damage to him, but the time is going to run out. So not too bad, really. Considering all I really did was put a lot of torpedoes into people. Did get my 2nd star again for rank 15. But not too bad. Not too bad of a fight at all. Pretty good score there for 82,000 damage. First place on the team, not really surprisingly, with all the damage I scored. Without even really killing anyone. There's all the damage I did. The Miyoko and the Belfast obviously took 2 torpedoes apiece. I did still have premium on. This was during the same day that I did the last battles last week. So hence the payout there. And that's it. A short little battle. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next week for more World of Warships. Thanks for checking this video out.